Welcome back to ADHD Whiskey. My name is Matt. Today is uncut, unedited 1 Ounce Wednesday. Oh yeah! Ooh. On 1 Ounce Wednesday, we take a blind sample from this box in front of me. We pour it into a glass and we blind review its ass. I'll give it a score after, I taste it and stuff, and then I'll reveal the pour, so you know what I was tasting and stuff. So if you're ready to get down and dirty, let's friggin' do this. Taking out my light, placing it on top, going in. Got one in my hand. Opening it. America. Finding a glass. That one's dirty. That one's clean. Closing my eyes again. In it goes. Hiding it. Hiding it. Whoa. Oh. Hiding it. All right. Totally hidden. Now we're giving it a bit of an SJ, a bit of a swirl job. We're coating the inside of the glass with all the best things that this whiskey has to offer, including, but not limited to, the whiskey. The nose on this is peculiar. That's a big word for me. Peculiar. Peculiar. A bit of a melon note right away. Melony. Kind of like a cantaloupe. Maybe like a muskmelon. Yeah. It's kind of like a cantaloupe and something else merged into. Oh, Jesus. This is why I have to edit videos, because whatever that just was, guess what? Unedited. You just heard me go. Sorry about that. Super sorry. What was I saying? Cantaloupe and something else are merging together. They're meshing together, but I need to find out what the other half of the equation is. What is it that's merging, meshing, and It's like I feel like it's some sort of a wood, but also some sort of like a chocolatey, almondy, very strange. Based off the nose of this, I'm gonna go out on a limb carefully and say that this probably isn't something from your super large giganto distillery, unless of course it's like an experimental something, or like a weird mash bill something, or possibly like a finished something. I don't know. This is kind of leaning in toward the craft category. A little bit of a crafty rafty we're riding on. What is that? There's like an iodine note in there a little bit. Yeah, like a bit of an iodine note. And iodine anywhere there's food. See, this is why I edit videos. That would totally be removed, but you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. Huh. Like an ink? Like a not a marker, but like you know how like you can smell ink from a pen sometimes? Yeah. Kind of inky. Slightly raisiny. Yeah, it's weird. It is melons and ink iodine raisins. And some sort of a funky wood. I have no idea what this is, but it is interesting. And am I super excited to dive into it with my mouth? No, but I am intrigued. And when I'm intrigued, I pour it in my mouth. So 1 Ounce Wednesday, down the hizzy. lighter on the palate than I imagined. I would put this at roughly 100 proof. It still is a bit funky. There's still like something happening here that I don't necessarily love, but also not something I absolutely hate. If I had to lean in a direction, I would lean towards and Strangely, I feel like it is familiar in some sort of way. I feel like it's not totally abnormal. It almost tastes like the sample bottle's bad, kind of like plasticky a little bit. Maybe a little bit of glue action, a little bit of glue. I'll have to, well, no, there's like a plastic top on that one because I had to pop it off with my finger. It's got a little bit of a gluiness to it. Do I think it's a bourbon? Yes, I'll say it's a bourbon. Around 100 proof with kind of a bit of a funk job going on. Is it wheated? Is this Maker's Mark? There's a bit of a sourness to it. Now going back to the nose, and it's kind of dairy-like a weird funky kefir. Second sip. This might not even be 100 proof. It is weirdly bronze. If that doesn't make any sense, then imagine you're tasting bronze. I don't know what it means either, I'm sorry. But it's kind of a little bit metallic and a little bit, it's like a chocolate bronze bar. It's kind of chocolatey, but also metallic. Kind of reminds me of like the bottom of or like, you know how when you open a mason jar, it's like, and you take off the ring and then it's so sealed on there and you got like, and you take off the metal lid. It tastes like if you licked the bottom of the metal lid a little bit. Strangely. I'm not loving this, but I'm also getting more and more intrigued as we go. I'm really honing in on what this could possibly be. And by honing in, I mean I'm getting further away from what I think it could possibly be. I have no idea. Still sour. Still sour. It's got to be craft. The more I nose it, the more I start thinking I'm understanding it, and I'm kind of like picking it apart, and we're like having a conversation amongst ourselves, and I feel like what it's telling me, I'm starting to diagnose its issues. But then again, the more it talks, the more it's like, what's the problem here? Because I feel like I'm on the same page, but then also you might be some other kind of weird something happening. I don't really know. I'm really bad at talking and pretty even worse at listening. That's what it boils down to. I'm a good listener. I'm an easy ear to talk to. But if you ask me to rehash what you had told me, probably going to be some holes in that story. Just saying. Third sip. Third and final. Whoa. A little bit of like a bad blackberry on there too. Like a real, oh, yeah. The more I taste it, the more I'm not a fan. If I had to go out on a limb here, which I already did, but we're re-emerging on the limb, and weeded, 100-ish proof, bourbon, not great. Receives a score of 6.0. 6.0. It's like not my jam, bordering on being fine, but it's not necessarily something I love or something I would like to return to, or something that I'm exceptionally excited to review. I'm just sitting here like, what is that? I don't think it's very expensive. It can't be very expensive. It's got to be like a relatively cheap bottle of whiskey. If this is overly expensive, I'm going to throw this glass through the friggin' cement floor in this garage, and it's going to wake everybody up in this house, and I'm going to end up getting in big trouble with my wife. So this better be cheap shit. I have a friggin'... one of my eyebrow hairs was like dangling in my eyesight, and it was bothering the heck out of me. Kind of like, if this whiskey's expensive, it'll bother the heck out of me. Let's find out what it is. 6.0. Oh, what was that? Come on. Where is it? Where'd I put it? Oh, it's back there. Got it. Today we were drinking A. Overholt Monogala mash. Monogala. How much for Monogala? 95 proof, 4 years old. What is that? Monogala. I feel like maybe, have I had this before? Because I feel like I have said the Borat voice with Monogala. I feel like I've done it before. But the only thing that is reminding me of what this is me saying Monogala Haley. Let me take a peek at what this is. A. Overholt. $40. Okay. $35. $30. $20. It's getting cheap as shit. It's a rye whiskey? Okay. So the funkiness I was getting wasn't due to wheat. And this happens sometimes. Sometimes you taste something weird and you associate it with a different grain because that grain is reminding you of a grain that it's not. And you get the grain wrong. But I would definitely say that it did have a sourish note that reminded me of wheat. But what is Malhangalila? Malahina Hanohena Mangalila? Ipapalola Nasia Cosavena. Unmamatuni Manasina Hanahela? Manganahela. Oi? Manganahela. Let's see here. One of the things, okay, let's see here. Abraham Williams, Legacy and Pennsylvania Rye Whiskey. What is Malangalera? Come on. Oh my gosh. Okay, you know what? This website, Bourbon Culture, blah, 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 blah. Get to the point. It's kind of like how people tell me in the comments, get to the point. Oh, from James B. Beam Distilling, obviously. I'll accept all the cookies, because I will never not accept a cookie. Unless, of course, there's a marijuana in it. And I will probably, I don't know, probably not. This release of Overholt's first foray back to its roots, inspired by America's first native whiskey hailing from the Monongahela Valley of Pennsylvania. This distinctly styled mash bill of 80% rye, 20% malted barley is renowned for a big, robust flavor with notes of warm spice. So Mahangalela is just an area? It's an area in Pennsylvania. Color, golden honey. Aroma, caramel, subtle layers of sandalwood and caraway. Taste, brown butter, honeysuckle, clove, seasoned oak. Finish, pleasant, lingering notes of warm, rich baking spice. All right. Well, it is cheap, so that is a plus. Would I buy a bottle of this? Nah, I wouldn't see it being necessary to purchase a bottle of it, even though it is cheap. And if I all of a sudden couldn't afford any whiskey except for $20 whiskey, I would buy a different $20 whiskey. Just saying. So that's that. That is this unedited 1 Ounce Wednesday. Thank you for watching. I love you. Hit the subscribe button and I'll love you more. Hit the thumbs up and we're multiplying love. We're multiplying lovers. Hit the notification bell. More love. Leave a comment down below. Wow, so much love. Become a patron. Patreon.com/ADHDwhiskey. The love is like a river. And you're running me like a river. You're becoming a patron. Lots of love. My name is Matt. This is ADHD Whiskey. Like I always say, keep your head in the clouds, but your mind on... So this is the part of the video you don't see, where I sit here and think about what I would like you to keep your mind on. And today, I would like you to keep your mind on just managing your temper. Sometimes people upset you and they show up on your front door camera and they take pictures of your house because they think you're doing something wrong. Like you have a hose hooked up to a spigot, even though the spigot is off and the hose is empty, and they're like taking pictures of it to friggin' threaten you with, and you're like, it's barely cold out. It's been somewhat cold, but not super cold. And by the way, your shit's freezing all the time anyway and breaking, and it's not my bad. It's your bad. But Porter's got a bit of a hose still attached to a spigot in November, and it's my bad. You're gonna friggin' threaten me? Threaten me. But I was very nice. I replied to their email. Nicely. Because I'll take it out on myself. And bowling pins. And you. Sorry that you had to hear that. But you threatened me. Love you guys. See you next time. I'm out of here. Big kisses. Huge hugs. Goodbye.